everybody, Paperboy Trucker back at you. Thanks for tuning in. I promised on the last video when it ended to do part 2 of the North Little Rock Maverick facility, and I did make a video, but we had a problem with the recording, so it just wouldn't work right. So I'm gonna have to try that again some other time when I'm by there or on the weekend. But instead, I wanted to talk about Hometime. While I was home for the weekend, my wife watched one of the first 2 videos I posted, and then she said, "You need to talk about Hometime." And then today, when I was making my delivery in Tulsa, I was talking to another Maverick driver that was there, and he mentioned something about Hometime too, and I was like, yep, we need to talk about Hometime. So it is super important, and that's one of the main reasons I'm staying with Maverick, is because they've done a great job, really good job of getting me home on the weekends. You know, Maverick, if you look at the website, you know, they make a pretty big commitment to saying they'll get you home every weekend, you know, if you want to. Not everybody cares to be home every weekend, but I like that routine. You know, I'm married, and I have 3 children, 2 of which are out of the house, but still they live very near me, and I have 2 grandkids. I have my parents live about a mile from me, so I like to get home every weekend. I like having that little break, and there's always things that need to get done, and you know, I like that cycle. And if I was having a problem getting home every weekend like I expect to, then that would be a problem. So I will say that Maverick has done a great job of that. In fact, it's been almost exactly a year since I got hung out on a weekend. It was about the same time last year that I last got hung out on a weekend. So that's pretty good. And I will say I had a friend that I went through training with, who, you know, when we were both kind of new out in the field, you know, the first few months we were out there, he seemed to get hung out quite a bit more than I did, you know, and we used to talk about that, and I used to tell him, you know, he must have a not so good fleet manager. And I don't know if that was it or not. You know, he kind of lived on the edge of our Midwest region, whereas I'm kind of more in a centralized area, so that might have had something to do with it. But you know, I really don't know, but I do think that it played a part in his decision to start you know, not being happy about the situation. And after about a year with Maverick, a little over a year, I guess, he did find a local company there in close to where he lived, which just worked better for him. You know, so you know, Hometime is important. You know, you need it. Now some guys with a different situation, you know, if you're a single person, I say guy, I mean, or gal, you know, if you're single and you're just trying to make money, maybe you're saving up for a down payment on a house, or build your own house, or buy a boat, you know, whatever you're trying to do, you can stay out as long as you want, live in the truck, sack away tons of money, and you know, it's a great way to pile up some money. You know, if you're just trying to save up a bunch of money in a year or two, you you don't really even need to have your own house. You know, you could just stay out. You know, if you wanted to make a commitment for a year or two and just drive and make as much money as you can, you could even just stay out in the truck and then get a hotel room every night or every once in a while if you want to, or stop in and stay with a relative here and there. You know, I mean, you could do that if you want. I'm just saying, you know, there's options. Maverick can keep you out as long as you want or get you home every weekend. So anyway, then, you know, Maverick has got their own CDL training program where you can, I think they'll pay for you to get there. They've got the mini hotel there on their property, and they'll put you up. You can live there. They feed you breakfast, lunch, and I think they give you a prepaid card so you can go elsewhere and get food for supper. So, you know, and I think that takes, it tells on the website, I don't want to say this wrong, but I think it takes 2 to 4 weeks to get through that, you know, if you go that option. And my understanding is, you know, you're not getting paid for that time. You don't actually start getting the training pay until you finish that part and you start the other securement part, like over in the training building, the securement training and all of that. But you don't have to pay for the school, but they do ask for a 2-year commitment, you know, working for Maverick. So it's not like they deduct any cost out of your pay like some places do, but you do promise to work for Maverick for 2 years. So that's a good option. First of all, I guess I should have mentioned this part first, but when you're getting your CDL, and, you know, if you're doing it on your own especially, it probably differs a little bit from state to state, but you basically go to your vehicle Department of Finance Administration or the Revenue Office, whatever they might call it, and you pay a small fee, maybe $35 or something like that, and you basically sign up to take your CDL, and they give you a form. At least in Arkansas, they give you a form, and that's where the testing people keep track of how many times you took the test and your scores, and they also give you a study guide. I wish I should have got that out earlier, but I'm driving, so it's not a good time to do that. But basically, you know, they give you a study guide, and when I was preparing for mine, I spent a couple of months, you know, reading the study guide, and you know, I was in no big hurry, but I studied on my own. And there's also there was an online study service called Trucking Truth. I highly recommend that. I'm sure there are others out there, but truckingtruth.com, I think it was. It's set up really great. It'll take you through all the topics and sections, and then quiz you and keep asking you the questions you didn't get right. It was very helpful, and it has actual questions that are on the test. So that worked great for me. So you go and you pass the written parts of the test first, and then you get your learner's permit. Then you're ready to go and get your, you know, to go take your test for the backing skills and the driving part and the inspection part. So I should have explained that in reverse order, but basically, you know, it's just like when you got your regular driver's license. You know, you have to go past the written part first, and then you go take your driving part. So anyway, that's enough for that subject for now. More later. Thanks for watching.